All right. So I'm not even sure if we're officially into the episode or not.
That's the intro.
Okay. So you
Uh,
fixed everything down here?
yes, I did.
Yay.
I
Let's see.
added the floor here, and I'm still following.
Oh boy. That's an interesting. Okay. You're kind of stuck in midair for me. It'll definitely be the thumbnail for my episode. Oh, and there he goes. I believe. Yep, and he left voice too. So, yeah, Phoenix is probably having internet trouble.
Oh boy.
So I guess it's up to me to. Oh, welcome back.
I have no clue what just happened.
Okay, so clearly it was some internet issue because you were stuck in midair for me.
Oh,
It will
everything just like cut.
It will definitely be the thumbnail for my episode. So.
I'll probably. I don't know what. Thumbnails are usually last minute things for me, unless I like find something really good like right away, and I'll mark down the timestamp.
I should not have done this right away. Okay.
I just saw that I'm mid sentence and everything just dies. But as I was saying, and I'm sure none of you heard, I have no clue what's going on today.
What do you mean?
I have no clue what I'm doing today.
Oh. You can build your sea serpent, or you can help me with this. I don't mind either way.
I have no clue. Like, just go in one direction and start a survival let's play for like a few episodes. Like, just take 3 stacks of rocks.
It reminds me of SciCraft, where they're this like huge technical redstone and stuff server, and they just have a like 1,000 by 1,000 block perimeter down to the void, and with a skyblock island in the middle of it.
And they just like screw off every now and then to a random place.
I guess like playing like skyblock on an existing very much progressed world is a thing. Okay, I guess.
That's a cool idea, actually.
Yeah. I need to build up the next layer of this, and
Yeah,
I have
that's why I didn't continue it up.
lost my place, I think.
Well, at least we know the issue now, so we can make sure it doesn't happen again.
Yeah. And if it does, then we have less to correct.
Right. I mean, it was an easy fix.
Yeah.
I think it took me all of, I would say, maybe an hour.
Yeah, it's not exactly hard, it's just a little tedious.
The hardest part was deleting everything.
Yeah. Okay, I think... Yeah, this part needs to be filled in with dark oak planks.
Okay.
So, Giga, where are you up to?
Gotta go look for a mansion.
Oh, nice. We can take that
we
on.
have yet to find here.
Yeah. Yeah, like, that's the only... that's the only structure we haven't found. Wow.
Giga's found the underwater temple thing, but we never went to it because...
Okay,
Yeah.
So ocean monuments are annoying, and I'd rather do one at the beginning of season, so to speak, so that we can actually make use of a guardian farm.
Right.
I don't even know how to build a guardian farm, so there's that.
It's always season 3.
Yeah, I get the basic idea of it. I just, yeah.
Another idea I've been thinking about, like, I've been, like, trying to think of things we can do in the series. Like shake things up. Find an area, like, say, like, 1,000,000 blocks out. And, like, choose, like, I don't know if you can do it with, like, barrier blocks or whatever, but make, like, a little enclosed area. all three of us go there with absolutely nothing. Last one standing wins.
I'm not good at PvP.
Neither am I.
Giga would beat both of us.
Not if we, I mean, you're Redstone. You can outsmart him. You could outsmart him.
Okay, when Giga and I were frequently playing on, like, fucking Hamachi server, Hamachi being a kind of substitute for port forwarding so that you can make your own, like, very limited Minecraft server. He made it a point to kill me a bunch, so...
I don't even remember why I did.
I don't know either. you had this, like... It was like this game to you. You were calling it Kill the Kitsune or something. Kitsune. So, yeah, that's a healthy relationship.
A little murder goes a long way.
Yeah. Yeah, that was like teenage us though, so that's yeah. Man, I just had the wonderful idea that season 2 can just be me and Giga building for like the fourth fucking time structure based on something in one of our role plays.
Yeah.
Because there's okay, so the first time it was just way too small. The second time we were on a modded server on like 1710 or something like that. Yeah, it was 1710. The third time was just me doing it by myself. And I mean, next time we have all this stuff that's like new and all this stuff that's coming out. And I think that we could do it justice.
I'd be excited to see what you build. I've been thinking about my build style for the next season. And depending on where we land, I'm going to go back to the Middle Eastern style building. Or go full steampunk, and I don't mean dwarven steampunk. I mean like actual Victorian steampunk.
That sounds fun.
I just fell in love with the copper block this since we started doing this. There's so much potential for that.
Yeah. And Giga, I'm sure you know the structure that I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Just because it's honestly, it's kind of been a while since we tried building that.
I love the secrecy around this.
It's not really secrecy, it's just context. Because it's difficult to explain what it is. Because in one of our role plays, a role play that went on for, like, I want to say almost 10 years, and only recently we decided, yeah, it's done. We can just spoil everything. But, yeah, it was a role play that went on for a really fucking long time. It was how a lot of us got to be friends. And it was about, like, your standard ragtag bunch of teenagers, except they were not really lost, but they were basically alone in the wilderness and have superpowers, and it's a lot cooler than it sounds.
No, it actually sounds decently cool. Like I was just thinking that would make a cool story.
Yeah.
Have you two ever thought about writing a book together since you do all this RPing together?
I thought about it a couple of times, and I was like, no, I prefer making more interactive stories, like games and role plays.
Okay. I can totally understand that because I've mentioned this before on the channel. I don't think I've ever mentioned it with you guys. But originally, before I went full-on artist, I was a writer. I'm not published because publishing is a fucking hassle. I've wrote 3 novels, and I do kind of understand like the interactivity. Like, I love talking to the ones who have read my stuff. I love talking to them about it, but I wish there was more of a a way an author can interact with the audience more than just talking.
I should rephrase. Like, I have tried writing before, and I've just discovered I prefer the interactive storytelling aspect of role playing. And
Right.
the way that Giga and I do Sardonyx, it's almost role playing still.
Really?
Yeah, because we, for example, Rhodey is his character, and he writes Rhodey's lines. Kaiser is my character. I write Kaiser's lines, and there's the upcoming bit of story has a bunch of characters, some of them mine, some of them Giga's, and it's kind of like a back and forth between us where we write whatever character's lines, and then he tells me that my characters are up, and I go fill in their dialogue, and then I let him know that I've done that, so it's his turn, and so on and so forth.
Gotcha. Like that's a really cool way to actually make the dialogue for a game.
Yeah, so Sardonyx started as a roleplay, and it is basically still a roleplay.
And then you're bringing it to the public through the game.
Yeah.
And that's actually really
something
cool.
that we've made very clear, we've stated it multiple times, we're not making this game for the players, we're making it for ourselves, because the roleplay that Sardonyx is based on did go inactive because a lot of players dropped, and we still have a story to tell.
Right.
And Sardonyx is us telling that story. It's not us trying to make a popular game. The fact that people like it is just a bonus.
The project, the Sardonyx project, that's all basically for you.
Yes.
It's your means of wrapping up something that that was abandoned by your friends, but you kept it up.
Yes, basically. So we've faced a couple of not really critics of the game, but I don't know what else you'd call them. That
I've seen people bitching about the game on my own
ears.
channel. What happened?
You were loud.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But yeah, so we've faced a few people that were like, such and such turns me off from even wanting to touch the game, and I'm just like, then don't. This game isn't for you, it's for us.
And I've run into a couple people on like my channel especially where they were bitching about the game because of the devs. And I was like,
that's one of the more controversial aspects, and it's like, we can't tell the story without that.
well, the best part was he didn't know. Like I kept it very secretive that I've been helping you guys. Like, I haven't really told many people about that. It's like I wanted to say, it's like, I'm part of that dev team too, right?
You gotta show me that comment sometime.
I deleted it.
Oh, you gotta. Oh,
I don't know if I can find. If I can dig it back up, I can.
Next time, don't delete them, because I like to interface with people like that. Because sometimes they don't realize that the dev is a person.
I just think it's an inanimate object that
Yeah,
can be bullied.
people don't really think of developers and stuff like that as people. They think of it as some entity that is making bad decisions or whatever. And sometimes it just takes them actually realizing, oh, this is a person.
Interacting with the actual
this is a person that is seeing what I just said.
Right.
So yeah, next time you get a comment like that, don't delete it, just show me.
Okay. See, I'm like someone who doesn't try to start trouble, but I will fight if I have to.
Yeah.
And it was just like something so petty and so nonsensical. I was like, I'm just going to delete this comment and not even give this person the time of day.
Do you remember what the comment was?
This game has so much potential, but too bad the devs are shitty people.
Oh, that might have just been someone from our Discord server.
Oh.
I make my opinions on other fan games very clear, and I almost guarantee you that person was salty over me not liking Pokemon Empyrean.
Oh, I've never even heard of that one.
Charific's been playing it on stream, and in fact, do you remember what the person's username was? I doubt it, but
No.
okay.
No, this was a while ago. It was
Was
like when
it-
I started doing the early streaming.
Okay, it was the newer series then.
Yeah.
Because we've been we've been having not really trouble, but there's this idiot on Twitter who very clearly doesn't like us. And like he's blocked by not only the Sardonyx account, but also my account and Giga's account.
See, I don't go that far. I don't block people. It's like I think it's just the only time I've ever blocked someone is when they start harassing me, and it's like I don't have time for that shit. I will always have fun and healthy discourse. I love a good debate.
When you said something about the comment, I was thinking it's probably just someone not liking the mechanics of the game. But no, I think it's just someone who has issue with us personally, or rather issue with me personally, because Giga's never done anything wrong.
It's like, I know you guys, so I'm not like going to let people talk shit on my friends. So.
But I think what it was probably about is just my tendency to be very harsh in my critique of other fan games, because a lot of the time my problems with other fan games are very easy problems to fix.
Right.
And it's like...
It's not like they can say, "Oh, go then build your own fan games on."
Yeah, like a very common like sort of tactic for these people is to say, if you don't like it, then do better, and they can't use it with me because I have done better.
Exactly. Like that is an argument I've always hated. Oh, do this if you don't like it, go build your own. It's like I'm allowed to critique stuff without having to be able to do it.
But like even then, the reason that I'm so harsh on the flaws of other fan games is because I know how easy it is to fix these flaws.
Right.
Like, if it's coding related, then fine, I'm out of my element, even though Giga is a fucking genius. But when it comes to things like mapping or just general game design or sprite quality, all of which Empyrean has issues with, by the way, then I'm just sitting there thinking, you have no idea how easy this problem is to fix. You probably don't even know that it's a problem. Like, Empyrean is full of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure references, which...
Oh, okay. I know which one you're talking about. You've told me about this game before, and it's like, that's stuff I would avoid.
And it's like, okay, fine. References are fine, just don't do so many of them. Like, the most blatant reference in Sardonyx is the fact that Altaranfer is a Digimon.
Right.
And that is like the only Digimon reference.
Yeah. That's like a love letter kind of thing.
Yeah, and that is like the only Digimon. What was that?
I would definitely say don't make as many of them. And the ones you do make should at least make some kind of sense.
Yeah, instead of the evolution of fucking Pelipper just being a bird. Literally.
That is somehow Dio.
Yeah, literally, it is just a bad sprite over of a stock photo of a cormorant that you can find on Wikipedia, and for some reason, it's Dio.
Okay, you've lost me with that one.
Yeah. Dio is a character from JoJo's.
Oh, I know. He's the main villain.
Okay.
I know JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's just like, why can this thing freeze time?
It's just like at first I was going to say it's a lazy tactic, basically tracing it instead of doing your own.
It is literally just a stock photo from Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Doesn't look anything like Pelipper.
In fact, I'd say my complaint now is, why can this thing freeze time, but Dialga can't?
So Dialga or Celebi should be able to do that.
Yeah.
Not a Cramorant.
Well, that's the thing. This thing also has its own dark version of Celebi that has to move. But regular Celebi and Dialga don't. Like, what?
Listen, my
This game
point.
is sounding more cringy the more I hear about it.
I've been playing through Empyrean, and it recently got finished. So I told myself that I would give it its fair shot once it got finished, and I am. It's not doing anything better than it did before.
I think that might just be the best dig I've ever heard on something.
Yeah.
It's not doing any better. It's like
the one thing that doesn't. Okay, so like they removed a mechanic called Pokekata, which is basically just a way to skip trainer battles, and like that mechanic was fine. I guess someone else commented that it might have been overpowered or something. I don't know, but the way that it was removed, it doesn't even make sense. It's not like the code was taken out. The code was just kind of crippled, like its function was commented out, and the map where you get the ability to use it was hidden. It's not removed from the game. It is still basically fully functional. You just can't access it. And that's like, why would you do that?
Like, either just remove it from the game, then, if that's the point.
Yeah.
Like, either keep it or don't keep it, one or the other.
Yeah. But,
You think they hid it for dev reasons? Like, so, like, people who know about it can go through it easier?
It's probably
no, because...
just...
okay, so...
I would say it's...
Go ahead, Giga.
I would say it's basically just an easier way to get around from...
But why would you not...
to edit other instances of it.
I guess, but, like, why would... If you wanted to just get through the game more easily, then why not just use, the Pokemon Essentials default option of holding the control button when you want to skip a trainer battle.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Mm-hmm. It's like I don't know much about RPG Maker and Essentials. I own RPG Maker for a while. I've never used it yet though. But if that has all the stuff you need in it to skip the battles, why bother implementing another way?
Well, I mean, the other way was a way for players to skip through it.
Mm-hmm.
But if the dev wanted to keep it in for that purpose, then he could just use the actual debug controls.
Right.
And the coding of the game is good. Like, as far as I can tell, I'm not a coder, but aside from some weirdness with some of the boss fights, I should say. I'll let Giga explain that one.
Yeah. So a few of the species defined in the game have their base stats multiplied in coding.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of, just having the base stats specified in the PBS file.
Yeah, and you would think it would be fine if it was just a small amount. Some of them get theirs multiplied by 9.
Yeah, and those are the boss fights. Which, okay, so the boss fight that I just got through in the game is like this mutated undead Pikachu thing. It's weird to explain. But it's level 5. You get to it around level 15 to 20. And its base stats are multiplied by 9 for some reason. And it's like, if you want to make a challenging boss fight, then don't make it level 5.
Right.
Like, there are easier ways to go about this.
There's easier ways to make a challenging boss fight instead of just putting multipliers on stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, one thing that is fine is that by itself is that some of them have set HP.
Yeah, and that would be fine. But the issue comes with the fact that it's super contrived, and there's no reason to do it like that.
Right.
And, okay, so the main reason why I say that this negative commenter was probably an Empyrean fanboy is because the Certonic public server has been rated at least twice. I might be forgetting. an instance. It's been rated at least twice by Empyrean fanboys who didn't like that we were criticizing the game. I got dogpiled in the Poke community thread for offering what I thought was very fair criticism. And one of those people that dogpiled me decided to take a dig at Sardonyx while he was at it. That person that I mentioned that we blocked on Twitter is also an Empyrean fanboy who, for some reason, decided to contact like 3 of the 700 followers of the Twitter account to tell them that we were bad people. One of which was a dev.
Okay. This is so petty.
Yeah. Yeah, and I feel like, even though it might be a little bit harsh, I feel like my criticism is more than warranted.
If criticism's fair enough.
Yeah.
Like, I know some people can't handle criticism.
And when I commented, or when I kind of complained about all the JoJo references, I was told, well, the dev put it in the game because that's what the fans want. And I'm just looking at Sardonyx and going, do you think that we put everything the fans want in the game? That's how you lose your game's identity.
Exactly. If the fans got their way with real Pokemon, we would have had a game with every region by now.
Yeah.
You'd never, like, I know it's good to listen to some ideas the fans have. 9 times out of 10, the ideas are awful, and it would just ruin everything.
Basically, yeah. And
which is why
we are very choosy about what suggestions we accept, and we make it very clear that we don't accept suggestions for variants or megas.
Right. Yeah, because it can break the game.
And also because we have some that are unrevealed, and we don't want to say, hey, we're not doing this because it's already been done.
Right. Like, I don't even know if, like, I could ever ask a dev to, hey, make this Pokemon for me. It's like, that kind of takes a special kind of, what's the word? Chutzpah? I guess that would work.
Yeah, I guess.
It's like these people are making a game. It's like, you can't demand this kind of shit from them.
And I don't care if some rando on the internet thinks I'm a shitty person because I don't like their favorite fan game. Like, I am giving Empyrean a fair shot. It's just not doing anything different.
You're doing more than what I would do. I wouldn't even give this game a fair shot.
It's not... It hasn't corrected my issues with the game.
What's the point of making a full release if you're not going to correct the issues so fast?
Yeah, I am judging it as a full release, not as a demo.
Right.
And so far, it's just
disappointing.
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate it?
I don't like rating things on those kinds of scales.
Okay.
At least not seriously. If I had to do anything like that, I would say that it's the modern day Snakewood. It starts out super promising, but goes it
becomes a giant shitpost?
Not really. I wouldn't say that, like, I wouldn't say it goes downhill fast, but there's just all these little things that I don't like about it that add up really quickly. And going off of my memory, since I haven't gotten that far in the full release, going off of my memory of the game, it changes what it's trying to do a little too much. Which is another problem with Snakewood. And while it starts super promising, like, it's a pretty decent looking game at the start, and it just kind of loses sight of what it is. And focuses too much on pop culture references and what I would call shock value, but also not really. Like, oh my
Shock
god,
value.
it's this weird humanoid Pikachu skeleton with blood dripping off of it, and this guy corners you afterwards, threatening to hurt you, and like, okay,
Oh my
sure,
like
god,
but
he
edginess
just
for-
woke up from a hangover.
yeah.
That sounds like edginess for edginess sake, and that's never a good thing.
And like Sardonyx is edgy, but we have a point to the edginess.
Right, and it works. It's not like
Like the game is built around the tone that we're going with in Sardonyx. It's this
Right.
juxtaposition of your typical lighthearted adventure and facing the cold reality of what life is actually like in Altaris.
in a way, it's also like a not a parody, but a commentary on actual Pokemon games.
Yeah, so we do have comic relief. That's what Caden is for. That's what some of the references in various NPCs are for. But the difference between Empyrean and Sardonyx is that we're careful about how we use that comic relief.
Right.
Whereas in Empyrean, you can't take it seriously because there's so much fucking JoJo references. And that's not its only reference that it uses, but it's the most prominent one.
Mm-hmm.
Goddamn pet shop.
Yeah.
What is the point of that?
Yeah. And
Can I?
Go ahead.
This is completely random, and I'm so sorry, but do you know how to make a map bigger by chance?
Nope.
Okay, I think I remember, but it's like blurry.
I hardly ever
Go on.
use maps, so.
Sorry, go on about Sardonyx.
I think the reason that I can say that Empyrean is too edgy when I'm working on fucking Sardonyx is because Empyrean doesn't seem to be going anywhere with its edginess. Like, yes, there's a plot line that it's following, but I don't know how to explain it, Giga. Can you help? I will take that as a no.
No, I'm trying to figure it out myself.
Like, you get what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
I
in
get what
both,
you mean. I personally understand what you're trying to say.
in the cases of both Empyrean and Sardonyx, yes, there's clearly a plot line that's being followed that has something to do with this overwhelming edge that we're putting into the game. But I think we're more tactful about where the edge is.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's obviously a more deliberate. Wait.
I know what you're saying.
Fuck, I think I put this on the wrong layer.
It's like you're making it. The edginess isn't there for shock value or for a joke. It's part of the story itself.
Yes.
And it's granted, in a way, Sardonyx, sure, I don't like saying Sardonyx is fully edgy. Sure, there's some edgy shit in there. But it's not full on edginess. Like, it's not angsty teenage edginess.
Interrupting for a moment, Phoenix, can you come over here and help me? Because I put all this stuff a layer further down than it should have been.
All right, give me 1 second.
Yep.
Is it toggle set home?
Trigger, or it's
Trigger.
/trigger home.
No, I want to set a home.
Yeah.
Set
Yeah,
home?
it's set home.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. The wool and the redstone that's on it is all a block further down than it's supposed to be.
How the hell did you manage that?
I was autopiloting.
So this has to go up one?
Yep.
Alright, let me just clear my inventory. What do I need? The wool or just the redstone?
Wool and redstone.
Okay. Just take a copy of everything and start deleting.
Yep. It shouldn't be too hard to do. It's just a little tedious.
Alright.
The hoppers are fine though.
Okay. So the wool has to be built up one more?
Yep. And it doesn't matter if the layer under the wool is wool or stone brick. So you can just build up the wool on the existing layer.
Okay.
And like, Empyrean disappoints me because I know it can be better.
Alright. Sometimes it's... Okay, I'm just double checking what you're doing. Okay, I'm doing what you're doing.
Okay.
It's like, I feel that with some AAA games. It's like, there are some AAA games that you know damn well they could be a lot better than what they're presenting.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't want to attack a developer, especially an indie dev. But when you're a AAA studio, there sometimes is no excuse.
Yeah, and it's like...
That's why I
don't know.
get mad at people saying Pokemon is basically an indie dev, and they're not.
No, it's not.
It's controlled by Nintendo. Last I checked, Nintendo is one of the biggest media companies in the world.
Yeah. But
I'm glad.
Even then, I wouldn't say that Game Freak counts as indie.
Oh God, no, never. In a million years, I would say they're indie. Not when you make literally the most profitable franchise on Earth, next to Hello Kitty.
Yeah. I mean, Pokemon's all about the merch, so...
Exactly. It's like, I know the games are a fraction of the money, but the games drive the merch.
Yeah.
This ain't me taking a rag on Pokemon. That's not what this is. It's just me ragging on people who defend, or not defend, but like, defend AAA companies. Like they're God's given thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's one block, one block. This is the way it goes? One block here, one block here?
Yeah, this is just a block 2.
It's been so long since I built one of these. I'm just trying to remember how it goes.
And I'll fully admit, Stardox isn't perfect, but we're a demo.
Good. Yeah. At least you don't have, at least I haven't found them, any game-breaking issues that could just like ruin everything.
Well, I mean, we patch those out when we find them, so.
Right. And there are some game devs who don't. They just put a Band-Aid over and hope it doesn't get found out, or say, oh.
More than once now, we've had a game-breaking glitch and patched it hours after the version that had the issue in the first place. We had that with 2.0, and we had that with, what was it, Giga 2.8?
Yeah.
All the version numbers start to roll together for me. Actually, I think it was one of the hot fixes. I don't know. And, like, absolutely no shade on Empyrean's dev. Because Empyrean is one of the worst cases of chill dev toxic fanbase I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's the fan base is the problem.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Am I putting these repeaters on right? Just double check before I continue.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
They go towards the chests.
Okay. Oh, I just realized it's an arrow. I was always looking at it as like a Wi-Fi signal. Young people brains. Is it redstone dust that you put on top of all this?
Yeah, but I'll get to that in a minute. I just needed help bring it one block high.
Okay, is it 1 block high on everything already?
Yep, I'm finishing up the last one.
Okay. People need me. Try to figure out how to make a map bigger.
The Minecraft wiki, you go.
Oh, exactly. I literally have it open right now. Just as I was typing it in, how to make map bigger, you say, "Hey, come help me." We're like, "Okay."
But yeah, again, I don't care if some rando thinks I'm a shitty person.
Mm-hmm.
Like, these people's opinions don't matter to me.
Right. And that's a good attitude to have. It really is. How do you spell paper phoenix?
And I rag on Empyrean because I want to like it, but I can't because there's so much little shit that just, as a developer, I can't overlook.
It drives you nuts.
Yeah.
Like, that's the same with me with, like, certain art things. It's like, I see someone doing something a certain way, and it's like, there's an easier way you could be doing it. But if you bring it up to them, you know they're going to get offended.
Yeah.
I'm that way with needle felting. It's like, I think with all the stuff, I can call myself an expert on it now. Oh, did I ever show you the Chimera?
No.
Oh my god.
You'll have to show me after the episode.
I was just going to put it in general.
Yeah.
I'll message you. I'll message it to you after.
Okay.
Because it came out so good. It's an advertisement piece, but I had people, when I posted it onto my shit, I had private messages saying how much you want for it, and I'm like, this one's not for sale. It's an advertisement piece. So I take that as a huge compliment that people actually want to buy it. But like I've seen people trying it, and they're just going about like certain things all the wrong way, and it's just like there's easier ways to do it, or there's a way you can fix this certain thing, but you won't do it, kind of thing.
Yeah. I momentarily got confused by how the stuff was arranged, but it's fine. Yeah, that was just me getting weird. Brain forgot how hoppers work. I like how I've gotten to the point where I can just autopilot building a redstone thing while complaining about another fan game.
Right. Okay, and a new journey starts today.
Yay.
That's literally what I did. I'm like 26,000 blocks out. I have nothing on me. I've just started a survival let's play for a quick session.
Wonderful.
Hell of a location I found. It kind of reminds me of our area, but more mountainous.
Hang on, I need water after that rant.
I'm going to need water myself soon. Once I get to land, I'll take a sip.
If you can't tell, I'm extremely opinionated about game development.
Oh, it's good to be opinionated about things.
Yeah, but the only problem is this random dude doesn't like me.
Oh, that's the internet for you. It's full of pricks.
And again, yeah, it is usually me that they don't like because Giga's not as vocal.
And I know how you get on Twitter.
Oh, yeah. I protected my Twitter when Protochroma started being a thing because I don't want...
No.
You don't want... I don't want the user base to lynch me.
Oh.
Whim is already fully aware of my opinions.
Okay. Like I don't know much about the user base for Protochroma yet.
They mostly come from Dragon Cave and Flight Rising and stuff like that, and those communities are notorious for a few things.
Mm-hmm. What I've heard so far, from what I've heard so far, from what you told me about Protochroma's community, it sounds like it's one of those things where I love the game, but I wouldn't like the community.
The community's fine. I just worry that
now, at least.
Yeah, Gig is also a mod on Protochroma, but that was literally just because Whim knew that, Whim knew through me that Giga had mod experience, and she asked me one day if he would agree to being a mod. So
you just need a good mod.
Yeah.
I'm going to disconnect and reconnect real quick because I think going such a far distance and loading a new chunk in is kind of making my game lag. So
okay,
I'll be right back. What do I mean? I'll be right back. I'm still talking to you guys.
Yeah, when I'm harsh on any Pokemon fan game, it's because I want it to be better.
Right.
Which means that I enjoy the game to some degree.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like this with Empyrean. I'm like this with Reborn.
Reborn is just too. It's like what? How do I don't like cringe.
Okay, Reborn nailed the atmosphere that they were going for. It's just the character development needs work.
It's a beautiful looking game. I will give it that. It does tells the story it wants to tell. But yeah, the character development is.
Yeah. Okay, so Reborn's main problem is that it is also based on roleplay, except unlike Sardonyx, it takes that roleplay one for one. Which means that you have a bunch of characters with varying speaking styles and varying storytelling styles, and a bunch of stuff that just kind of clashes with itself. Whereas with Sardonyx, everything goes through a filter, being me and Giga, and we're not afraid to retcon things to make the narrative make sense.
That's a good thing to do because some things translate in one way and one never translate in another way.
Yeah. Okay, so the main thing that I don't like about Reborn, there's this character named Adrian, and Adrian is... I don't even remember which one it is. I think it was agender. But the issue with that, despite other issues with that, is mostly that they interrupt the plot to talk about it.
It's his only personality trait is that he's a member of the LGBTQ plus whatever community.
Kind of, yeah. That's actually more Kane's problem than Adrian's problem, because Kane is bisexual and he is your token flamboyant gay, basically.
Gotcha. That's just bad writing.
Yeah.
Like, I have an example of a literally modern, like, yesterday it aired. I watch American Horror Story. Love the show. But this new season's a little weird because it's split into two different stories.
Mm-hmm.
And it started the second half of a different story this week. And there's two characters, they're gay. Nothing wrong with that, but that is... Okay, no, the one has more of a personality trait. One's personality trait is that he's just gay. The other one that he's gay and likes cocaine.
That's yeah, Kane's personality is that he's bi and wants to fuck everything.
Wouldn't that be polyamorous instead?
No.
I'm just making a joke.
Okay. Some people legitimately don't know what polyamory is, so.
I do sort of know, but it's
polyamory is just that you're in a relationship with multiple people.
People just, how is that a sexuality now, then?
It's not.
People are just stupid.
Now, polyamory should not be confused with polygamy, which is being married to multiple people, which I believe is illegal in the U.S.
Unless you're Mormon.
I think it's still illegal in the U.S., even if you're Mormon.
Yeah, they just have a clause. It's sister wives, I think they're called, at that point. Mormons are weird. No offense to any Mormon watching this, but you're all
one of my
weird.
best friends is a Mormon.
Oh! Do they try to force a
cult
religion on you?
No, he is.
Oh, okay.
He is the best Christian I have ever met.
Okay.
He's also a mod on the Sternonic server.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I've never met a Mormon in real life. Well, I live in New York, so there's not many Mormons here. We chase them all.
Obligatory hi Zio, because he's probably gonna watch this at some point. He's probably.
I'm Catholic.
Don't worry. He's probably gonna get a kick out of that.
It's like my state literally chased the creator of their religion out of our state.
Yeah, I heard.
Brigham Young, right? That's the creator,
right? Joseph Smith.
Joseph Smith. Who the hell is Brigham Young?
I don't know.
I think he became the leader of Mormon afterwards, maybe. I could be very wrong. Maybe he's something to do with Scientology.
Well, Scientology is not Mormonism.
No, just another batshit crazy religion. Except it made a...
no, Scientology is a cult.
Yeah, it fucking is. I've never heard... it's complete science fiction and batshit insanity. I gotta look up who the hell is Brigham Young.
But yeah, Zio, aka Zioling, is one of the older friends of me and Giga, like part of our friend circle of 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he's one of the best people that I've ever met.
That's awesome. It's like I don't mean to shit on all of that.
I know.
It's just like from all I know is it's like they're the crazy religion.
Well, I mean that might be because Catholic, but
Catholics are funny too. We don't care about other.
No, I'm saying that you might know Mormonism as the crazy religion because you're Catholic.
No, I also think Baptists are crazy too.
But yeah, if it makes you feel better, he probably just would get a kick out of that.
Okay.
He's very good humored about stuff like that.
That's good. Look, it's good to make fun of your own religion. Be able to make fun of your own religion.
Yeah, you were scratching your mic.
Oh, sorry. I think it's brushing up against my facial hair. I didn't shave yet. Sorry. Oh, that was brave of me. I just tabbed out while in survival.
Oh.
Good job.
Ended. My little survival stint could have ended horribly right then and there. Oh man, I just realized I broke one of my own channel's rules.
Now we're talking about religion?
We're talking about religion. That's I basically keep the same rules on my channel that I do for like conversations in real life. No religion, no politics.
And we've delved into both.
Oh yeah. We all love talking politics.
Yeah. It doesn't hurt that we all basically agree with each other on that.
Oh yeah, exactly. I'm sure if one of us disagreed on something, it would be a lot more interesting to listen to.
Yeah. Right.
If you need me, I will gladly drop what I'm doing and come and help, by the way.
I just don't remember how this comparator goes, but it's really easy to check. Okay, it looks like...
for the leaving the Brigham Young thing hanging, he was the founder of the Church of Latter-day Saints, which I believe are the Jehovah's Witnesses.
No, Latter-day Saints isn't that Mormonism?
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, then he did have something to do with Mormon.
I thought it was Joseph Smith that was the founder of Mormonism.
I'm pretty sure he is the founder of Mormonism too. I know there was two of them.
Because I'm 90% sure Latter-day
politics.
Saints is Mormonism.
They guess they both did. Yeah, this is the one he was killed, I think. Joseph Smith was the one who was killed.
Okay.
And then the other one took over, I think. Yeah. Like Joseph Smith is the one who got chased out of New York, out of Buffalo.
That makes sense.
He was nothing but a con man. Oh, I love that story. Big joke in New York State, by the way, how he was chased out for being a con man. Then he started the religion.
Rude. Man, I'm playing when it comes to that.
I don't give a shit. New Yorkers are rude. I know I'm a rude person for a fact.
You're not that rude.
Try not to be. But I'm sure you can tell I have an attitude for certain things.
Yeah.
I try not to. New Yorkers are just funny people.
Let's see
Being
what
an
else.
asshole's way of life. Okay, I'm lagging really bad.
Frame rate or actual like server
I can't
lag?
eat this pork. I can't eat this pork chop.
Oh.
It took me a couple seconds and then finally ate.
Your connection looks fine.
Maybe it's just because I'm far away and I loaded a bunch of chunks, or it might be just my internet.
Yeah, it might be because you're loading new chunks. And that's not an internet thing, that's a server thing.
Okay, so I just have to wait for the server to catch up with me.
Yeah. Although, if that was the case in Giga, I would be experiencing issues too.
Oh, that's weird. Oh no, did I break the game again?
No.
Are we going to have to start season 2?
If you broke the game, then Giga and I would be seeing effects from it.
Yeah, you're right. Well, when I broke the game originally, did you? No, you didn't ever log in, did you?
Yeah, I wasn't on.
Okay. Oh man, that was a nightmare.
Wim was a good sport about it.
Huh?
Wim was a good sport about it.
Thank God. Oh my God, I was so worried she was gonna be pissed at me.
Well, I mean, it was nothing that you did. It was just issues with the data pack.
Yeah, it's like me and my. It's like, oh, I had to just go exploring. Like you said, we would have found a giant mountain eventually that would have broke the game.
Yeah.
Like some blocks after I break them reappear, then disappear a couple seconds later.
Yeah, that is that server lag.
Okay, so I can't do anything to fix that except wait for it to work its way out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I love how we literally are all just doing separate things now.
Yeah.
Before I was playing creative too. It's like, okay, today I don't feel like playing creative. I'm going to go on an adventure.
Yeah,
myself.
we leaned into the this is just a podcast with gameplay footage thing.
Yeah, and this is definitely working as a podcast today.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of Pokemon,
we've already been going for an hour, so.
Oh wow, time's flying.
Yeah, time flies when you complain about people being stupid.
Okay, I gotta complain about something being stupid real quick.
Yeah?
Whoever designed and thought the Arc phone was a good idea needs to be slapped. Pissed me off
so
more than it should have.
My thing is that the Pokemon world has always been more advanced than our world, and
a full-on iPhone back in the Wild West era of Japan.
We don't know how long ago Legends takes place.
Oh, it's roughly 1890.
We know what time era it's based on, that doesn't mean that it actually takes place about that long ago.
Fair.
Also, I
theory
think they're
floating
just doing the thing that they did in Breath of the Wild with the
that's what
fucking
everyone's-
tablet thing.
That's what everyone seems to be the consensus is that Arceus Legends is just a copy of Breath of the Wild.
Well, I mean, a lot of Zelda games just have random advanced tech.
Like a motorcycle.
And like,
Not just Breath of the Wild.
there's nothing wrong with it. I just want to get an explanation for it.
Yeah, it's like I'm hoping it's like some kind of timey-wimey bullshit that happens and it just a phone just magically appears for us.
My issue is that it's conveniently designed off of Arceus.
Yeah, that's another thing I think is very
I don't really care about the whole it seems out of place thing. My concern is that it's designed after Arceus.
it's an Arceus skin on a phone.
Yeah.
It's silly. Not a good way. It's just like, huh? Yeah, that like it didn't make me angry, but it's just like I hope there's like an explanation why this exists.
Yeah.
A good one. I like the theory that's floating around. This is actually an alternate universe where Cyrus got his way and restarted the world.
Okay, the issue with that is that everyone would be emotionless.
Oh, you're right. That was his goal. I completely forgot about that was part of his goal.
Yeah.
I don't mind the descendant stuff, even though a few of them are too on the nose now.
I've seen theories that it's actually the reverse of what we think. It doesn't take place in the past; it takes place in the future.
The world's been destroyed.
Yeah.
It would be cool, and I would respect that because that's a twist that no one saw coming.
Except we very clearly did. If that's a theory that's going around.
Exactly. That's a theory I would like. I think that's something I think I would like as a thing like that. That sounds cool.
Yeah. But that feels like one of those crackpot theories that you get with any franchise.
True. Like how all the Ultra Beasts were people.
Okay, so like that actually had some basis to it before we knew more.
Yeah, because whatever that fucking jellyfish is called.
Nihiliga.
And Nihiliga looked just like Lily, and
Pheromosa looked like Lusamine, and to an extent, Xurkitree looks like Guzma. The first two you can explain as Lusamine is fucking obsessed with the Ultra Beasts, and it's not that the Ultra Beasts look like them, but that they look like the Ultra Beasts. Except then you get Guzma.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, and he had nothing to do with the Ultra Beasts.
Except for the fact that he got dragged into Ultra Space by Lusamine that one time.
That one time, yeah. But that was after.
I mean, didn't he just willingly go with her?
I don't remember. I prefer
the first
Ultras.
One,
I prefer the Ultra games.
Yeah, and not in the Ultra ones. He's in the base Sun and Moon. He works with her.
Yeah.
In Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, he's just dragged along for fun.
Yeah. Why is this like this?
See, like I like the story with Lily and the mother in the first Sun and Moon compared to the Ultra version because it made Lusamine out to be the villain, like an actual villain.
I prefer the Ultra storyline, mostly because I fucking love Ultra Necrozma, because I fucking knew the thing was a dragon.
I didn't think it would be until people actually showed like, here's how it works with it's actually it embodies the hat, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, that was I fucking called it. I knew it was a dragon.
Greatest mistake of Sun and Moon, of Sword and Shield rather, is not bringing Ultra Necrozma back somehow.
I mean, I get it.
Could have made a Gigantamax thing.
Yeah, but at the same time, it is intrinsically tied to Z power.
Right. But then they did the Ultra Space shit when they did the Tundra DLC.
Yeah, but that's Ultra Space, that's not Z power.
Alright. It makes sense in Pokemon sometimes.
And, like, Necrozma is honestly probably my favorite canon Pokegod.
It's a great Pokemon design.
Yeah.
Especially when it's in its dragon form.
Yeah. Like, I didn't think that I would like Necrozma that much, but then, like, I actually saw its Ultra form.
Like, it felt so out of place compared to Solgaleo and Lunala.
Except it's not. So, the Cosmog line are definitely Ultra Beasts, and I love that.
I thought it was confirmed that they were all Ultra Beasts.
I don't know if it was confirmed by, like, being actually stated, but all the Ultra Beasts have that note at the end of their cry that the Cosmog line also has, and so does Necrozma.
I've never noticed the note change. The note at the end of the cry.
Yep,
It's hard to hear with some of them.
I'm going to have to go listen to them because I've never noticed that.
This is also why I think that Eternatus is an Ultra Beast, because
yeah, 100%.
It has a very faint hint of that noise, to the point where it had to be intentional, even though it's not as prominent as the other Ultra Beasts.
I 100% believe it's an Ultra Beast, to the point where even though you catch it in any Pokeball you want, I made sure I got the Ultra Ball from the mystery gift and used it on it.
I'm pretty sure that, I think you mean Beast Ball, but I'm pretty sure that Necrozma also doesn't get the Beast Ball bonus.
No.
No, it doesn't. Huh. Interesting.
Yeah. I don't think the Cosmog line does either. But they're fucking easy to catch anyway, so...
Oh yeah, that's like a guaranteed catch almost.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel vindicated knowing that Necrozma is a dragon. Because I fucking knew it would be.
It's a good design too. That's what makes it.
Oh yeah, I've drawn it a few times. I love it.
See, that's something I've always wanted to make. Like, I was going to originally scratch build both Eternatus and Ultra Necrozma. Though I think it'd be easier to needle felt Ultra Necrozma. Since its body is actually full. And you have all the light shit going on.
Make Eternatus out of pipe cleaners.
I was going to do that with clear plastic. I was going to dye the plastic call the pink color, the magenta. And I was just, because it's all angles. Like that's why I love Eternatus. It's all angular. It's be easy to build out of polystyrene.
It's basically just a dragon skeleton.
See, what I always thought, especially when it goes into its 5-headed form or hand form, depending on the way you look at it, I always kept on thinking it's based off Azathoth from Lovecraftian mythology, the nuclear chaos, because it's the Azathoth is called the nuclear chaos. It created everything according to the myths.
I'm not sure about that.
Well, it created if it wakes up, we're all its dream. That's what I mean. The way Eternatus is presented, that it is the creator of the Gigantamax phenomenon, how it just becomes a giant swirling mass in the end, and Azathoth doesn't have a form; it's just a mass in space. It's like because I know Guzzlord is Lovecraftian. That was, I think, confirmed by James Turner. I think that's the artist.
Yep.
Okay, James Turner. I'm pretty sure he confirmed that Guzzlord is based off Lovecraft's work. I'm willing to bet that Eternatus is as well. It's too honest. I will say all the Ultra Beasts are somewhat based off Lovecraftian stuff, even if it's just the concept of eldritch creatures.
Maybe.
They're interdimensional aliens.
I wouldn't say that eldritch is inherently Lovecraftian.
No, I'm just use Lovecraftian as a blanket term for stuff, since he's the I wouldn't say creator, but best known author for it.
Man, if you like Lovecraft-inspired lore, then just Elder Scrolls.
Mm-hmm.
right down to the sleeping dreamer thing.
Exactly. That's why I love what the hell's his name now? Tentacle, Daedric Lord.
Hermaeus Mora.
Mora. I love Hermaeus Mora. I loved going to Apocrypha so much in the Dragonborn DLC.
I don't like Apocrypha.
I love that.
You might notice that I'm really putting off the Dragonborn DLC in my.
I noticed. It's like the cultists were there, and that was it.
Yeah, I was like, fuck.
Yeah. I don't like it.
It's not that I don't like the storyline, I just don't want to deal with Solstheim.
It is a pain in the ass sometimes.
Also, Skyrim uploads might slow a bit because I've only edited episode 20 out of the 3 that I've recorded, and I still haven't gone back to try to get my save file to work again. Or rather,
get it to work.
It's not that the save file doesn't work, it's that the most recent save that I have crashes on load, and I don't know why that's a thing, but it might be because my computer had been on for a while at that point, and I just haven't gone back to it.
Oh. That happened to me before on the Xbox. On the Xbox One. It turned out I had a bad mod that corrupted my save. That caused it. Considering you've been playing with those mods the whole time, unless you added a new one.
I did, but it doesn't seem to be... It doesn't... There would be no reason for it to corrupt my save, especially because I've used that mod before.
Okay. Like that's what caused my issue.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Ooh, that was horrible. And I know not all issues are universal.
I'm just chalking it up so my computer had been on for a long time at that point.
Okay. I hope your save didn't get corrupted.
It's unlikely. Because I can load into the game, it just crashes immediately. And if this
part of an area you're in?
I don't see why, because that area didn't give me any trouble before I had the crash around Riften.
Weird. I know I've had to delete many mods that I was using because they added like a certain monster to the game. It would cause my entire game to crash if I ever encountered it. And if I happened to autosave just before meeting the monster,
I turned autosaves off.
No matter what I did. See, I didn't. Autosave saved my ass many times.
I turned them off because they were causing long loading times.
Oh, okay. I just keep them on for me because on the Xbox, and the Xbox, and granted, you're able to mod it. That also makes it super unstable. I have had many crashes. Like I had so many crashes on Fallout 4. I modded that to hell and back because you have a bigger. I know, Skyrim has a bigger mod load than Fallout. You're only allowed limited mods on Xbox. Skyrim
is a game from like almost 10 years ago at this point, and it still has a thriving modding scene.
Yeah. Skyrim is like, I know there's the meme that it's going to just keep getting re-released, that Elder Scrolls 6 is just going to actually be Skyrim again.
I'm pretty sure that Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be High Rock or Hammerfell.
Not sure.
One of the two. I don't. It might be both.
I subscribe to the idea that it's probably going to be one of those two,
or both.
Oh, I would love. See, the thing is, what Todd Howard said, they had to wait until the technology existed to do what they wanted to do.
Yep. Which gives me high hopes.
Exactly, and it makes me think: what if it's just all the Elder Scrolls Online, just all of the regions?
And you know the best part is that Microsoft now owns ZeniMax, which means that all that funding that Minecraft is also getting, which is why Minecraft has been so good.
Mm-hmm. Like that's why I was so like people were dismayed when Microsoft bought Bethesda. I was cheering.
Yeah,
Now they have
Microsoft buying
money.
Bethesda is a good thing.
Uh-huh. And it's like they have it's like they're not being touched as a company creatively. They just now have the funding to do whatever the hell they want.
Yeah.
And like a Skyrim game and an Elder Scrolls game with Minecraft funding. Good Lord, that's going to be endless possibilities.
Yeah, basically. And yes, the whole corporations these like handful of corporations control 90% of the things in the world, and like, yeah,
Sure.
but is that a bad thing? Sometimes, sure, but like everything is a bad thing sometimes.
When it's the news companies, that's when I start getting worried, because these are the people dictating what we see, what we're allowed to say now.
Yeah, but Microsoft is not a news company.
Oh, but for some reason, Bill Gates is now a health expert. I'll never understand that.
Yeah,
one.
but yeah,
You gotta be careful talking about that shit, or we get banned now.
I have opinions on that stuff, but it's not for YouTube.
No, we can get banned now for even mentioning that stuff.
Yeah.
Thanks, Susan.
I still can't get over how Susan released an article about free speech paywalled on the fucking Wall Street Journal.
Oh God, I hate her. I hate her and I hate YouTube. Like if I'm about what was that? I don't know if you know. There's an alternative. Like Steven Crowder went there when he was banned.
There's a few. Do you mean maybe BitChute?
Oh, it wasn't BitChute. I won't go to BitChute. That BitChute is
Subscribestar. I don't know if that's a Patreon alternative or a YouTube alternative.
That's
honestly.
a Patreon alternative.
Okay. I'm not entirely sure because
it's gonna bug me.
I follow the Quartering, who is on a bunch of those sites, but I don't really pay
He's
attention.
also it's like a green label, or it has a green label. I can't remember its name.
Hang on. I am sorry to my viewers.
I've thought about going there because YouTube's getting to the point where it's like I don't want to be here anymore.
Let's see. Like, it's probably in one of his descriptions. So let me just hop on over to one of his videos. And I'm sorry if any audio comes through. Because, okay, I paused in time, I think. Okay. Subscribestar,
Remember
YouTube.
That article?
Oh, fucking hell. Yeah. I had to pause it a third time. Okay. Odyssey, BitChute, Subscribestar. Let's go to his link tree and see. Twitch, politics. Oh yeah, it's Podbean, but okay, it doesn't seem like he links it here if it's on there.
Yeah, I'm going to check because I follow certain people I know use it.
Yeah, I got a little bit of audio from one of his videos in my episode, but it doesn't matter.
It's fine. He's not the type of person to go around striking anyone.
No.
Oh, this is gonna bug me. I can't remember. I can't find it. I thought he'd have it on his Twitter. Okay, Google.
Yeah, everyone go watch The Quartering. He's a great guy.
Why am I looking on Google for an answer to an alternative to one of their things? Fuck, I hate Google so much. They're not saying it. They're all their other alternatives are linked back to them still, except Twitch. Links back to Amazon. I don't know. I can't remember. It's like I'll remember and I'll tell you eventually. But I've been thinking about going to a different platform. YouTube's getting a little.
At this point, I would go to Twitch.
I like Twitch.
Yeah, but it's the best you're gonna get.
But I mean, it's a video uploading page. I don't want to stream. What am I doing? Doesn't go here.
Stuff.
And so I know what you're talking about. I just can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, it's like Crowder went there for a while when he got banned. Oh shit! And like I used to go there, and because it's actually a nice site. It's not a bad site to go to, and it's a good alternative. They just started streaming on their shit too now.
Hmm.
Mumble.
Ah. Okay. Oops.
I've been thinking about going there as an alternative. You know, I know I would have to start up a base, but I mean, I only got 206 subscribers. That's not much to start back with.
Yeah.
I think they pay you directly with crypto. No, not a fan of crypto.
Okay, so the only reason I haven't gotten into crypto is because I don't understand it. Like, I think
understand it, and I regret not getting into it when I had the chance.
I think crypto is a good thing, but
So
I just don't get it.
I just make the one argument: what happens if the systems all go down? You don't have money. You don't have anything to bargain with.
Okay, but the same can be said for actual money these days because everything is digitally banked.
Gold.
Yeah, but who just has gold lying around?
Not me at all. Not me. Definitely not me.
I don't.
I actually don't.
I don't.
I mean, I do own some gold things, but it's like jewelry.
Mm.
Not like gold balloons or ingots. Did I just fucking say doubloons? Yarg.
Yeah, good job there, matey.
Yeah, this is why we have you on here.
Uh-huh.
Basically make stupid jokes.
Yeah.
And bring humor to an otherwise dark commentary.
Yep. And also because I love you.
Always.
Aww. I love you too.
We like almost never actually say that. I think because
and now it's on camera forever.
Yeah, I think it's just because we're both awkward. We're not the most emotive people. Oh man, that just reminds me that Giga and I sometimes flirt by fighting, and which sounds weird, but it's not.
It doesn't sound weird at all. I've had relationships like that in the past.
And we were on the Protochroma server, and like there was some rare stuff in one of the sectors, and I went to go try to get it, but my internet sucks, so it chose right then to not work very well for me. And Giga ended up getting one of the things that I was after, and we just had a fake argument because he has way less of that thing than I do. And at one point he told me to fuck off, which is just something that we do sometimes. And I had to step back for a moment and clarify to any onlookers, no, we're not fighting. And someone was actually concerned.
It's cute though. That's funny and cute. It's like couple goals shit right there.
Yeah. Like, our relationship is basically built off of ribbing each other.
That's healthy. That's actually a healthy relationship kind of thing.
Yeah. Giga used to not be as good a sport about it, but that was back when we were like teenagers.
Game's being weird again.
Oh boy.
Game breaking weird, just like everything's popping back in and popping back out. I'm just trying to build a house.
I rubber banded a little bit, but that's about it.
Okay.
Also, this hopper doesn't want to open. There we go.
The server's just having issues today.
Yeah, maybe.
Woohoo!
When was the? I mean, doesn't Wim do make?
What are you doing, Giga?
Taking a long trip to his mansion.
Ah.
Oh, okay. I was going to say
that might be why we're rubber banding a bit.
Okay, yeah, because he's constantly loading new chunks.
Yeah. Yeah. Now I'm starting to face issues because this hopper isn't opening.
We can just sit and talk.
Mm.
No, but seriously, people need to realize people can fake argue, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yep.
It's not like either of you take anything to heart. That's obvious. Oh shit! I think I'm about to crash.
No, I'm having some stalling. Okay. So.
What do I need now?
Giga, take a break from loading new chunks, please.
I'm just standing still right now, don't worry.
Okay.
That's probably why the game's working now.
Yeah, just let the game catch up for a minute.
God, it barely matters anyway. At the rate I'm going, I'd have to stop outside the mansion. We end this session.
You can always log off in creative.
Yeah. And then we get to deal with the mansion in next session.
Yeah.
I'm ready to grab my armor from the under chest.
Same.
I dropped everything off when I flew through the nether.
Like, see, we're still playing legit, sort of.
Fortunately, I am now actually playing legit.
Mm.
My building's suffering because I can't do cool things with cool blocks.
How long is that going to last?
I die.
Okay.
I'm coming back. I'm treating this as a hardcore kind of thing.
A hardcore series in the middle of our weird creative series.
Yeah. Stranger things have happened.
Yep. Remember to bring back any loot for the... Yeah, bring back any loot for the all-encompassing storage system.
Yeah, okay. Well, Xbox just turned on by itself. That's disturbingly creepy.
I'm sure it's fine.
It's been acting weird today.
Mm.
Because there was a big update, there was like almost a gig update to it today. And now it's being weird. I don't know why it's turning back on. It's probably, I'm not even.
It's probably like installing more of the update.
But the thing is, no, it updated this morning just fine. I have it set in power saver mode, so it should, once I power it off, it should stay off.
It's listening to you.
I'm just watching it pulse, and it's creeping me out.
When I was a kid, I could not, deal with small blinking lights. Like, my television had this small green light on the VCR, for some reason, I don't even remember. And I had to get my parents to put tape over it so that I didn't have to see it in the dark.
That's understandable.
I don't know what it was about it.
Annoying.
And I don't.
Sounds annoying.
Well, I don't mind it anymore, which is a good thing because my external speakers have a glowing blue light on them. But, why was I so concerned about that?
Young kids think weird things.
Yeah.
We all think having our feet under the covers protects us from the monsters.
I use my feet for temperature regulation.
Why, actually? I have to have 1 foot out at least from under the blankets.
Yeah, if I get too warm, then I just stick a foot out of the blankets. If I get too cold, then I pull the foot back in.
Lately, I've been covering up with 3 blankets. It's been so cold here. Okay, I'm going to shut my Xbox off because this is fucking concerning.
Okay.
If my TV remote? Because I had the TV up. I'm not even near the Xbox controller to have it turn on by itself. This is where I secretly go play Diablo. No, I'm not going to do that. Sorry, everybody, for having nothing content on screen. Okay, this is ridiculous, and I don't like it turning on by itself. Look, I'm just going to quickly Google Xbox One just turned on by itself.
Okay.
This is creeping me the fuck out. Dust particles, huh?
I mean, that actually makes sense.
That one does make sense, yeah.
Fuck.
I was
I have these
wipe it
in?
with a microfiber cloth afterwards.
Let's see, oak, birch, acacia, and then jungle.
See, I think somehow my Xbox got put outside of power saver mode.
It might have.
Saying it's a power. That's odd.
It might genuinely have something to do with the update.
Yeah, because it's acting as if it's on instant on mode.
Hmm.
When it's in on mode, it does turn on by itself to do updates.
Okay, that makes sense.
Like I'm checking updates now to see if anything's going on. But it shouldn't because I have automatic updates shut off. If I have no updates, that will explain what's going on. There's nothing in my queue. Oh, I got a lot of updates to do. It's not auto-updating anything. Just turning on by itself. Oh. Nothing in the queue. I just realized I don't have to worry about the game being, because it's always going to say daytime because of your clock thing you made.
The clock's not on right now, I think.
It hasn't been set. I haven't seen night all recording session.
Huh. That's weird. I'll check in a moment when I'm done organizing this.
I'm not complaining.
The clock shouldn't be on. That's my concern.
Yeah, that would be a little weird. Like, I'm just noticing now that there hasn't been a thing.
And you're right. So, like, what's happening? Hold on. Let me go check. The clock is on. I did not turn it on.
That's creepy because I don't touch your redstone.
And I haven't been in the base all session.
Do you want me to turn the clock off? Because that might be part of what's causing lag.
Sure.
Weird.
I'm cycling I'm going to be doing some Xbox maintenance in the background while I play Minecraft.
Okay.
Because I don't like it. It's creeping me out that it's turning on by itself when it shouldn't. I'm cycling the power on it. I put it back on. I put it on instant on mode. I'm cycling the power, then I'm going to put it back on power saver mode, and then cycle the power again and see if that worked. I'm not an expert on that Xbox. I just know how to play on them.
I don't play on consoles.
You do. You have a Switch.
I don't count that as console.
That is handheld.
Yeah.
That's why I love the Switch. It's both handheld and console. That's
well,
I
have a Switch Lite with. I have a Switch Lite with, which is definitely handheld.
Oh, that's full on handheld at that point. Yeah. You had any issues with your Joy-Con, Jet?
Nope.
You're so lucky.
I don't play as often as I used to play video games. Plus, the only really intensive game that I have is Monster Hunter.
Okay, that makes sense. You don't play that often.
Not anymore because I don't have anyone to play with.
Oh, it's one of those games that's not fun unless you're playing with someone.
I'm not good at it unless I'm playing with someone.
Gotcha. Oh, Xbox? Xbox says hi to me when it boots up. Makes me feel special.
I have 3 more slots on this level. What can I fill them with? I can do chest, trap chest, and ender chest, I guess.
And what about shulkers?
What?
What about shulker boxes?
They don't stack.
Oh, that's stupid. Oh, that makes sense.
It makes sense, yeah.
Okay, now I'll do a full shutdown again. Back to Minecraft.
Right, that's another layer done.
Oh, if you ever go through the, I should have said this over almost 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
If you ever go through the Oblivion Gate, the Ender Portal, be very careful.
Ender portal?
Nether portal.
Nether Portal. Very careful going through there and in survival.
Okay.
Because you have all the pillagers in there.
Why?
I don't know. I think
I forgot I did that.
I was about to say the way Geek is laughing, I have a feeling he did something.
That's okay. I would probably go in creative anyway.
Yeah, because it's like I thought it was patrols getting stuck in there, but it was just crossbowmen. I was like, something didn't think on me. Someone screwed around, but the way Giga laughed, I knew he did something.
Yeah, really just last session after I died was me just fucking around.
Nothing wrong with a little fucking around in this game.
Alright, time to get more stuff for the storage system.
Oh, again, Xbox. Yeah, I think I'll use an electronic cleaning cloth I have and clean the front of my Xbox off. Dust is the only thing that would make sense for this.
What?
People are saying it's a ghost. I'm on Reddit reading explanations why.
Ooh, spooky ghost. Haunting you to play video games.
Hey, it's like, don't play Minecraft, play Diablo. Yeah, everyone's saying it's the common joke answer is it's ghosts, but it's just like this seems to be a thing the Xbox One does sometimes. I've never had an issue with it until this update today. Disconnect the power cord, call a priest, and do an exorcism.
I love it.
One of these days, we should just go on the internet and look at ship posts and react to them. That's an episode of Minecraft right there. We're just going on the internet. It's not even Minecraft.
Yeah.
Welcome to internet.
I mean, people have made entire channels dedicated to reactions.
Yeah. Careful you don't get copyright strike because you did a reaction video.
Yeah, that's the only reason why I've never actually done any reaction videos.
I was making a joke
Sometimes I've
about
wanted
how that one channel tried to do that.
Oh yeah, they tried to copyright the term reaction video.
Yeah.
The Fine Brothers.
Yeah.
Hate them. Oh, maybe that's what I did. I was just smashing buttons this morning. Okay. System updates. Ah, there's the issue.
What?
I accidentally hit keep my console up to date.
Ah. That makes sense.
So I must have been accidentally did that while mashing buttons. I always thought I had this on. No, I didn't. That's new. Okay, now when I shut it off manually, it should shut off completely. Sorry about that, Minecraft, everybody. And thank you both for putting up with me while I do that.
No problem.
If it turns on by itself again, I'm worried. I know I was mashing buttons because I was upset. I was like, oh, and I'm just finally getting a time to sit down and play. And almost a gig update. Sometimes the updates take long. It's like I know for get this, 500 megabyte update takes about 20 minutes. It shouldn't, but that's the Xbox update. The 700 and something megabyte update today went faster than a 500 megabyte one. Nothing makes sense anymore.
Well, that's technology for you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that fan's my computer. I'm hearing now. I was just making sure my Xbox wasn't still running. What am I doing? Like, I just keep coming back to the game and think, what am I doing?
I ask myself that every day.
Oh, another thing I wanted to bring up when I was talking about the Oculus phone.
Yeah?
What do you think about the new Scyther evolution?
It's okay. I just hope they do what they did with Scizor and keep the base stat total.
I have a feeling they're going to make it more defensive oriented since it's Rock's bug.
Well, that's Scizor's thing, so.
Oh. Make him more offensive then.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking they're going to do with it.
He has giant axes for hands.
Yep.
That was cool. That yellow Pokemon that was a mystery. I always thought it looked like a monkey holding a spear. Turns out it was this totem version of this thing.
Alright.
Or noble version, excuse me. I'm glad they're bringing back totems in a way.
Yeah. And I cannot remember if I have slime balls in the system.
I know we got some.
Yeah, we have plenty. I just don't remember if they're in the system.
No, I'm just going to go with a no.
Okay. I'll put them through the system anyway, just in case.
Okay. I don't remember ever putting... I don't remember that happening.
Well, I mean, I'm the one making the filters, so.
No. I sometimes look at your stuff off screen.
Yeah.
And to learn how to replicate it. Nope, that's not it. That's what I want.
All right, things are now going through the system.
Makes me wonder how many new Pokemon we're actually getting in Legends Arceus.
I'd say a handful.
It's shocking considering this isn't a normal game. I mean, I'm not saying it's not mainline. I'm not saying that.
It isn't mainline. Legends is kind of its own thing.
But they've called it mainline on the official site.
They did the same with Let's Go.
I want to admit that's mainline, even though it kind of is. Mainline with broken features.
It's mainline insofar as it's a remake.
Exactly. We're probably going to get like a Let's Go Crystal, aren't we? Eventually.
I don't know.
Kind of hope not.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with having the Let's Go games.
Motion controls, that's what's wrong.
Okay, but that doesn't mean that every game in the series is going to have motion controls.
It's the whole selling point of Let's Go, though.
It was the selling point of the first Let's Go. We don't know if there's going to be another.
But, I mean, in a way, you can say that Diamond and Pearl remakes are sort of like Let's Go in the art style.
Not really.
You're right, no, the art style is kind of
Let's Go's art style is more like Oras.
chibi.
Yeah.
Not a fan of chibi shit.
Eh.
Kind of depends on how it's handled. Ooh, I
Yeah.
found the pyramid.
Nice.
Ooh.
Oh, fuck. Almost ended my little adventure.
Bring back the loot.
What loot? I don't have anything yet.
Not you.
Jesus Christ, man. Just because I found a pyramid doesn't mean you have to go and die.
It's like I'm making this massive storage system on a creative server.
Yep.
And who cares, because it's fun.
We might go survival eventually.
Yeah. Like, I mostly went creative to build this thing more than anything.
And it's like if we weren't building at the scale we're building at, I'm sure we could have handled it all in survival, but we all decided to go insane scale.
It would be different if we were like Hermitcraft, where we're playing every day and condensing multiple days' footage into an episode. But no, we play once a week, and sometimes off camera.
Play a lot off camera.
Yeah.
Except this week. I wasn't able to play a lot this week off camera.
I was just busy.
Sorry. I normally
I don't
try
play
to spend
off
at least
camera
a couple...
anyways.
What?
I said, and I don't play off camera anyways.
play
Well,
on
you're
camera
always
anyways
playing
either.
off camera. Technically, yeah,
I kind
technically,
of mean in.
yeah. Technically, Giga, you're always playing off camera.
Be a little outpost.
Okay.
Damn, I should have brought the netherrack with me. No, that would have been cheating. I'm here with nothing but a map.
Oh,
Armor,
Phoenix,
I found another.
new Starset album coming out.
Heard. I'm excited for it.
Okay, so, like, I had a choice between buying one of the several $60 games that I have on my list and buying Starset merch, and I chose the merch.
What did you buy?
I pre-ordered some Horizons stuff.
Nice.
Let's see, a shirt, a pendant, and a signed CD all came in a bundle, so.
I think you went with the right choice there. That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
It's dependent of.
It's just the Horizons logo.
Okay. That's so cool, though.
Yeah. I've never bought merch for a band before, so. Yeah.
I remember. I think I bought some Imagine Dragons stuff before. Just Imagine Dragons. Or no. I have some Pink Floyd shirts, but that's because I don't know if that counts.
I also have a Pink Floyd shirt, and I don't think it counts.
Okay, it doesn't count then. Good music, and I like the tie-dye shirts they have for the band.
Yeah, now I have another game that I want to get because Wim told me that it has a Switch port that's actually a decent price, and that's Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate.
Damn. Is that the one on the 3DS?
Yeah, that was on the 3DS. I got a Switch port.
Ah. I might get it because I have it for the 3DS, and I never played it.
Ooh.
I never beat it. I liked it, but it was very hard to play on the 3DS.
Get it, and we can play together. I need a hunting partner.
I'm not good at it because I know you basically have to have the knowledge of a Wikipedia to play that game.
No, you don't.
Really?
You just have to learn the monsters.
That's my problem. I'm a slow learner.
You'll get the hang of it. It's easier to learn when you're playing with someone who knows what they're doing. And I still want both you and Giga to get Monster Hunter Rise, which is on the Switch, and it's very newcomer friendly for a Monster Hunter game.
Monster Hunter Rise?
Yep. It's getting
a new
update soon, but yes, it is out now.
Okay.
I say soon, but like it's slated for like summer 2022.
Okay.
It is a fun game, and I love it.
It looks like a game I would easily love, but it's just one of those things I get. Like, when I played the 3DS one, I just got super overwhelmed with it all.
Yeah, so Monster Hunter used to be a notoriously newbie, unfriendly game series. Mm-hmm. But starting with Monster Hunter World, which is, I think, the one that was on PC first, I'm not sure. Then, yeah, they started getting more newbie friendly.
Which is good.
Yeah.
And Rise, new players.
Rise is my first Monster Hunter game, and I love it. So
they have one that's like a Pokemon kind of thing.
That's Monster Hunter Stories, and that also has a game that's on the Switch.
Like I've heard there's like a sequel coming to it for it.
The one on the Switch is a sequel.
Oh, okay.
Which is also getting an update soon.
It's good that they're keeping these games alive like that.
Yeah, so a Monster Hunter game typically lives for as long as the console does.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Just like games that overwhelm me easily quickly turn me off.
Yeah, get Rise and I'll help you through some of the early game.
Okay. I'll look for it and pick it up.
Yeah.
I assume it has a physical release.
Oh, yeah. The physical release of Generations Ultimate is apparently only like $27 at GameStop. So I'm looking into that on Tuesday when I get my money.
Well, that reminds me, I have to get the GameStop one of these days because I pre-ordered a Funko Pop figure. I never got a notification if it came in or not. It's the part. It was for Diablo 2. It's a figurine of the Dark Wanderer. And they didn't have a release date for it, and I didn't know that when I pre-ordered it and paid in full.
Gotcha.
It's only $15, so I didn't mind paying in full. But after I paid in full, I was like, oh yeah, when does that come out? It comes out on the game's release date, right? But, oh, we don't have a release date for that yet. And I just felt like a fucking idiot who got scammed.
Okay.
Where have we been going?
We're almost at the
Shit,
2 hour
hours.
mark.
Wow. It's a great episode.
Yeah, we've just been podcasting the entire time.
Ah. I'm feeling if I keep up this little solo adventure, I have a hard time finding iron like I always do. But a giant mountainous area, it's like, oh, I should easily find a cave entrance. Nope.
Oh well.
Some of the shit looks like it's in 1.18.
1 point. Oh yeah. You say 1.18, and I'm like,
I say it weird.
yeah.
It's that very weird. I know I should say 1.18. I'm dumb. I'm not dumb, I'm just weird.
Sometimes I don't even say the point. I just say 118.
I have to say the point. I'll get confused. I'll confuse myself if I don't.
Like I refer to 1.7.10 as 1.7.10.
I don't have the. I don't know why. Just like that just sounds weird to my ear. Ooh, zombie horde.
Yay.
Okay, now I'm back into a corner.
When you're done dealing with the zombie horde, do you want to come help build up the next layer?
Sure, I will be ending recording though.
Okay.
I set a new trigger home because I don't think I set it in the spot I set it before, or where I'm building now. Not cheating, I'm just using it to fly up the hole I got out of. Putting my stuff away.
Okay. How do I do this? Oh. I built the layer wrong. Hello.
Dead?
Yeah. I made the large floor too low, because if you look down here.
Uh-huh. Oh man, it's so laggy for me after where I was.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so I autopiloted a little bit too much. I think that it goes. Okay, yeah, it goes to that pillar, not the extended one.
Oh, while I begin to help Kayleon with this next layer of whatever she's doing, I am going to end my video here. So if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, share it around. Yeah, all that good stuff. You know the drill. Art's down in the description below. Go check out my Instagram if you want to see a Chimera, because it's pretty fucking dope. And with all that said, this has been Black Phoenix, Kayleon, and Giga. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.
See y'all.